Now, illegal immigration is continuing to impact communities on the southern border, spelling danger for both U.S. citizens and the migrants themselves. Our border correspondent, Jaeson Jones, was embedded with Texas DPS for an exclusive look into the border crisis.
Oh, there's another one right there. Hey, we got one, two. I see the other guy. There's the other guy right there. Hang on, I'm going to slide the door back. Jimmy, he's good? Can you get out? Yeah, I can get down, but I don't know if the cameraman can get down. I'll let you know when he's out.
We just apprehended these guys. They're trying to run back to Mexico to do it a little bit later on. They dropped their bags, and we apprehended them up here on the hill, threw them over to our partners here with El Paso Border Patrol.
Today you showed us something that I have to tell you was very impactful, and that was a stash house that some of your agents ended up actually rescuing an 11-year-old little girl, and I think the number was about 12 other migrants, and the conditions were absolutely deplorable. Joe, is this what you're seeing day in, day out now?
This is what our folks see every day when we're dealing with the smugglers that are smuggling these migrants, these stash house locations, such as that hotel that we went to.
As you can see, as you walk through here, these are the other conditions that they got on the ground. And just human waste on the ground.
I've been here since Saturday, and we've had something like this every morning since I've been here.
Every morning.
Every morning.
The majority of the American people, they have no clue. They don't see what you see every day. I mean, is this safe and orderly and humane to you?
You got to keep in mind that these smugglers, they're committing a crime. They're criminals. You know, a lot of the smugglers that we catch have drugs on them. You know, a lot of them have prior drug charges. Some are repeat felons. Some are, you know, have a laundry list of arrests on their criminal record for other crimes that they've done.
We're standing in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Right now, 5 bailed out illegal aliens, and they ran into the neighborhood. They're hopping fences. They're going through people's yards. They said they've had illegal aliens enter people's homes, and they received multiple 911 calls.
We'll get with the driver in this case. We'll look for any clues and see if we can look for a place where these guys might have been being transported to. So sometimes the drivers will know, sometimes they won't. It's going to depend on the alien smuggling organization. Something like this every morning.
Incredible.
I'll see him. He's waving a blanket.
Okay, abandoned 3 days ago. He was traveling with 2 others. The coyote left them. $3,000.
$3,000 to be abandoned in the desert by these smugglers.
Yeah.
And he's been out of here for 3 days.
So he's saying that he got left behind, but the coyote told him that if he called 911 or called us, that they were going to do something to probably kill him.
El Paso is one of several locations that is a conduit for the rest of the country. If we don't stop illegal immigration here and the drugs that come with it, all the crime that comes with that, then the problem's just going to grow for the nation as a whole. So El Paso's key, along with several other locations on the southern border, and we've got to be very cognizant of that. If we don't, the problem's just going to get worse.
This girl, she's carrying another little girl, and I was like, well, how old are you? She said, oh, I'm 16. I was like, oh, okay, is this your little sister? And she said, I don't even know her.
The 1.5-year-old is El Salvadorian and was given to the 16-year-old by smugglers. Hey, you think they just raped or killed the mom or something? What does your gut tell you?
Who knows what her parents are or her siblings if she has any.
So what bothers me the most is the women and the children that are being victimized by these smuggling groups. I mean, people have died, you know, in that desert trying to walk this walk. And again, the smugglers don't care because they still collected their money.
Commissioner, of everything you've seen this week, what bothered you the most?
You know, what bothered me the most is that we know how to fix this, Jason. We do, with the right policies in place. This isn't political for me. As the commissioner, I was part of developing the most secure border in our lifetime. Securing the border, Jason, it shouldn't be a right or left thing. There's no downside to securing the border. We can secure this border with the right policy. And by doing so, we're going to save American lives and we're going to save migrant lives at the same time.
Bob, good afternoon. That package was about trying to illuminate the crimes against the state and against our citizens and what is taking place that most Americans have no idea. We look at this border through the lens of immigration because that's the easy layer. We've been talking about the U.S.-Mexico problem at our border for over 30 years. But when you start peeling back the onion and looking at how these cartels, these alien smuggling organizations, and long-haul smugglers treat men, women, and children as a commodity, what we are seeing down there is unprecedented. The adjustment of human smuggling into the trafficking of people across this country. I mean, we were just there in bed with the men and women of the Texas Department of Public Safety for just a few days, and the level of trafficking of people, it's incredible. Now overlay that with the cartel's deadly fentanyl pouring into this country, Americans are impacted across this land. Now, when we talk about what's happening with these cartels, they represent today, Bob, the most significant threat to national security and public safety. The problem is that most Americans aren't told. Back to you.
Jason, let me ask you the same question you asked. What bothered you the most in the time you spent there putting this together?
For me, it's been these stash houses. A stash house is where an alien smuggling organization will either have a shack or they'll rent a hotel room like the one you saw. They take the cell phones from all of the people there because they're under their care, custody, and control. Bob, during my career, I've seen as they've sexually assaulted children. I've seen as they've sexually assaulted women because they truly control them. And that bothers me the most. It is happening in Mexico, and it is happening throughout our land. You know, in the old days, stash houses were just a border issue. Now they're spreading across our country. And we're looking at this through the lens of immigration, and we're not taking a hold and really looking at what's happening. And Secretary Mayorkas telling our country that our border is safe and our border is secure is absolutely false. And if it was not for the Texas Department of Public Safety and Governor Abbott's Operation Lone Star, the American people would have no idea because Border Patrol is not allowed to have the media in bed with them. So this is the one agency that we're allowed to in bed with to truly illuminate these crimes to the American people.
All right. As heartbreaking as that was to watch, is great work, Jason. We appreciate your reporting and bringing us up to date on what's really going on down at the border. Thank you so much, Jason. Be safe.
You as well. Good to be with you.